Hey guys, welcome to the Old Paths. It has been a little while since I've showed you guys what's going on here. I have a huge update on the eBay reselling space. If you look up here, you'll see there's lights on. That's right, I'm on the porch, the lights are on. Let's take a look inside and see what's happening. All right, here we go. Oh, would you look at that? Got our pack station inside. Got our listing desk inside. Got our lights on. Only got a few lights right now. And yes, we got insulation in the walls. We started this project last week. Everything is insulated, walls, ceilings. If you look right back here on that back wall, you'll see there's about a six foot section that is not yet insulated. That's because we're waiting on the HVAC unit before we insulate that. And then we have a section here of these three studs, these three sections, that a mirror's going here. We've got to cut. We're going to countersink or recess, I guess you'd say, that mirror. It's going in there. And that insulation right there, that roll, will be used behind the mirror. But we got to design that first. Those two sections are the only sections not yet completed. I also have been doing a little moving around. I dropped the first two rows of totes here where I could have my paper in here, some of my small boxes here, bigger box here. I made myself a bubble holder. I would recommend doing this if you need one cheap. PVC makes a perfect kind of material. I just bolted this. I cut me a little slot out of it where it would slide up in there, and I bolted it straight to that. I didn't glue anything. That way I can pop that apart and put a new roll on. Bubbles don't weigh anything, so it literally will hold perfectly. And just adjust your racks to hold it. And I would say when you're adjusting your racks, don't drop them on your thumb, or it does that right there. I dropped this rack from up here all the way down to here while my thumb was like that right there, and it hammered me, and my thumbnail probably will fall off if I was guessing. It hurt pretty bad. But anyway, got all of our totes labeled and laid out. Everything's full through there, not full of product, but all laid out, and got these all laid out. And we added some, and I think we're satisfied with what we've got. We go all the way to V4. So got a ton of totes and got the ones on top. Pretty well satisfied. Got our table in, got our supplies under the table. Got this picture that I'm going to try to incorporate into the shed somewhere because I really like that. Tanya got it for me and I really like it. Pack computer, listing desk. This is going to change. I built in an HDMI cord behind this outlet where the internet comes in, and that HDMI cord comes out right here. So HDMI, and then this is power, and that's hot. I probably shouldn't touch it. The TV will be like right in this area, and it will run off of that computer. So this whole setup, this computer, this will be gone. All of this, keyboard, mouse, everything will be gone. And when I'm ready to pack, I'm just going to grab that keyboard and mouse, slap it right here, do my packing, and it will show up on that monitor, which will act as my third monitor, and that will eliminate a little bit of power consumption. Also did something out here. I want to show you guys this because it blows my mind. So I ran today just a cable to see how fast my internet was plugged up out here, and I want to share this with you guys. So here's speedtest.net, you know, one of the most famous Ookla whatever speed tests. Here's my speed, right current, over 900 megs. Like it hit 930 something earlier, 920. Yeah, it's going to hit 930 again. Absolutely insane. 934 officially, and the upload is just as good. 900 and 30 something. That's true gig speed internet. Like, I cannot believe how fast this internet is. It really blows me away. So I'm happy, very happy with the internet speed that we currently have out here. I've just got a cord draped across the porch right now because I don't have it connected under the house, but that's actually the next thing I'm doing. After we get done with this video, I'm going under this building. I'm going to retrieve my cords and I'm going to route them back over to my porch, take them up into the house, and wire them into the router. So I'll have internet over here, and I'll have technically a port right behind this station. If I ever wanted to move my desks around, I could come here or there, whatever. Just gives me a little bit of flexibility without having to run a cord around the wall. So I'll have the 2 internet ports like that. One thing I like about this setup, so we have an outlet here, and we have an outlet here, and we have one back here. So this one is going to be really handy for testing stuff. Got my heater. You can hear it right here right now. But if I'm working and I need to test something, outlet is right out here on the table. Outlet 2 right out here on the table. When this is all said and done, this whole wall will be sheetrocked all the way to the whole building. I'm assuming we're going to sheetrock still. So this area here will act as my pictures taking, photo area. And the lighting will be way better because right now there's just one there, but there's 3 more boxes without lights in them. So we'll have 5 lights down through here, and we'll have 3 lights right back there. Then up in the loft we'll have 2 lights and a fan light. We took the lights off the wall. We didn't like that design. We took that all down. So that up there is ready. That up there is technically ready to be sheetrock floored and finished. This all is technically ready, just waiting on the HVAC. And then the big job is going to be in here. This is currently my junk room. For all of you that have followed me in my earlier videos where we was at the other shed, you know how organized I am. This is my current organized mess. This is the rest of the insulation for this. Some of my paper, all of my tools scattered. This is the toilet and the mirror we had. The mirror was broke. The toilet's tiny. It's kind of probably made for a tiny home, so we're not using it. Going to get a better, bigger one. But yeah, I just got a mess. Got 13 racks is my setup. We did decide to go away from building the staircase down this wall because she wanted the doorway on the side. So here's the doorway. The doorway is a 36-inch doorway, and the reason we did that is because we're going to put a hanging sliding barn door, and it's built to where you can slide it either way and it will work. And the door will only stick out so far, so you'll always have your walkway. You can open your door completely. It'll be handicap friendly. You can get a 36-inch wheelchair. I don't even think they make them that big, but you could get a huge wheelchair in there if you had to. But yeah, all in all, coming along. We're really pleased with the progress, and I told y'all I would be moving out here when it got insulated, and I jumped the gun just a little, but that's okay. This is Monday. Next Tuesday is the installation date, so I got 1 week, and I've got 2 heaters out here. It's not terribly cold here right now. It's probably like 65 degrees in here. It's perfect, perfect for working. But once cold weather hits, I'm definitely going to need that unit. Got the windows sealed off. I did foam the windows on both sides. Got the big huge ladder that we had to work off of for this. But the windows are foamed, and that honestly, that by itself made quite a difference. When I foamed the windows, a lot of the air stopped coming in, and it got very much more comfortable in here with just that. I'm still not fully insulated. Got that back there, and it's pretty comfortable in here. So once it's fully insulated and that heat unit's in, I have no concerns. I think it's going to be very, very comfortable. The heat unit is a mini split like we had in the shed. The shed had a 12,000 BTU mini split, like a 13 SEER. This one is a 30,000 BTU. It's bigger than I need by design. My HVAC people told me, they said, if you buy bigger, you'll never have to worry about your efficiency. You'll always have efficiency. And that makes sense. I've done a little bit of air conditioning. I know there's a happy place, like you don't want way too much because your unit won't run enough and it won't get worked enough, but you don't want it to be too small. It'll run all the time. That's the issue I had at the other house and the shed. The unit had to run constantly while I was in there to keep it cool or warm. And I didn't want that problem because that's money. At the end of it all, you don't want to spend, thousands of dollars over the course of 5 years, 10 years just to run your business. I'd rather spend hundreds of dollars than thousands, even if I have to spend a little bit more up front. But yeah, we're so excited. Like, this is a huge step. After next week, that'll be insulated. The heat and air will be in. The lights are active. The one up there does work, but you have to climb up there, turn it on. Didn't think about that when I was designing it for use for right now. But we'll also have right in this area, I had talked about possibly doing a loft ladder. We are going to do a loft ladder. It'll probably be a nice, wide, deep, bigger loft ladder. Friendly, to get up and down. Not so rickety, not so shaky. My totes won't be there. I may still have me a rolling cart on one side or the other, maybe even underneath the ladder, just for additional storage. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you like the inventory system? It's just simple. I don't do anything fancy. I just go by number. I keep it pretty well simple where most people could walk in here and start. If I said go to G4, oh, well, there it is down there, and they could find whatever it is they're looking for. But let me know what you think. What are your suggestions? Did I do something wrong? Should I do something different? Should we change it up? Do you see a way that would be more efficient? Because I'm all about efficiency. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I don't take it lightly that you guys tune in. I'm trying to be a little bit more, not so long-winded, more to the point. But I appreciate you guys being here so very much. Don't deserve the life I've been given. And at the time of recording this, it's Monday before Thanksgiving. So just want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And I hope you have a great time with your family. Hope that you have a great holiday. And, just remember, it's all about being thankful for what God gives us and what he does for us and all the blessings that we enjoy. It's just amazing. And I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. I don't know how soon it'll be. It may be spring before we actually sheetrock this thing and paint it and floor it. But this was a huge step. The lights are on and the walls are pretty much insulated, about 90%. Another week it'll be totally done. And I'm going to get to work. I'm going to start listing. And it makes a huge difference when you're in your space and you can have your computer right in front of you and you can do your job. And at least for me, it makes all the difference in the world. I don't have to fight, come out here, go back in the house, sit down, get up, come back out here. It's hard. But when everything's right here, it is so much better. And if you're thinking about doing something like this, if you have your own business and you're thinking about, I want to scale up and sell more, and absolutely, I would recommend the metal. The ones I like are the metal high barns, they're called, and they're 8-foot walls or 7-foot walls on the side, but they go up to like a 9 or a 9.5 foot pitch in the middle, and you can get a ton of stuff in those, and they're not terribly expensive. You will pay. Like the 12 by 32 we had was like $7,000 back then. It's probably like $9,000 now. But if you bought that, you'd have a ton of space. And you don't have to do it like I do it. You don't have to sheetrock and put a floor in these things. This is a guest house, so we're trying to do it like a guest house. But in a shed, we didn't have a floor in our shed. We didn't have to sheetrock. It just so happened to be the cheapest option for a wallboard because I wanted it to look nice. And it really did. It turned out great. But, you can insulate and wire and just have some sort of a heat source and you're good. Like, you can work in these things for, hours and hours and hours just like that. And you can do that relatively cheap, you know, buy your building, everything done. You can pay that off in just a little while with eBay. So if you're thinking about it, I would highly recommend do your research, do your homework, and don't be afraid to take a chance. You know, bet on yourself. You know, you'd be surprised. I'm a classic example of being afraid of failure. I'm afraid to fail, afraid I'll come up short, whatever. But if you don't try, then you can't succeed and you can't fail either one. You're just stuck in a rut. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Appreciate all that you do, all the support, the comments. And again, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I hope you have a great, great holiday. And until next time, keep seeking the old paths.